chilly autumn morning, Gordon pulled into Kelsthorpe Road as usual with his local train. As he waited for his passengers to board and disembark, Pip and Emma rushed by with the express. "Hi, Gordon!" Gordon just whistled hello back since the two HSD PAL units moved too fast to hear him. Just then, the station master came towards him. "There's a points failure near Crovansgate. You cannot proceed until the men arrive to fix it." "Oh, bother," replied Gordon crossly. "Oh well, couldn't be fussed to complain about it. It could happen on any railway." As he waited, a little boy came towards him. "Gordon, why aren't you taking the express today?" Gordon spotted the little boy on the platform, and then he said, "Well, you see, it was like this." And this was the story. At the big station, Gordon backed down onto his express train. Thomas was there with Annie and Clarabelle to take passengers along his branch line. "I thought you always looked forward to pulling the express, Gordon. These days you're usually grumpy. Perhaps retirement is the best option?" Gordon fumed. "I'm not that old yet, Thomas. The express is a hard, intensive job," he said. "But I still have a good few years in me to take the express." Then they heard a horn, and pulling in were two PAL units that they both recognized instantly. "Hello, Gordon. Remember us?" But Gordon didn't have time for guessing games. "Pip? Or is it Emma?" "It's me. Emma's at the back today. But what are you two doing here?" asked Thomas. Just then, the Fat Controller arrived and the questions were answered at once. "Philippa and Emma could be very useful for my railway. Changing engine of the express on the other railway takes too much time. A timetable is too slow." Gordon didn't know why they were needed, but it was clear what the Fat Controller meant later. "And if Pip and Emma were the express instead of me pulling it, there wouldn't be a changeover." "Exactly, Gordon," replied the Fat Controller. But Gordon didn't like the idea. The other engines were happy that the Fat Controller had purchased Pip and Emma, but Gordon wasn't. "I pulled the express for many years," he huffed grandly. "Why on earth did the Fat Controller purchase you two?" "Because, my dear Gordon," purred Pip, "we're modern. You heard what the Fat Controller said, haven't you? The timetable that you work with is too slow. We could go right through Barrow and Furnace without stopping, adding extra time to go to London." "Slow? Nonsense. I get there much quicker, well before the engine on the other railway heads off to London. I'll show you." "Go right ahead then. We still need to be trialed before we can leave," replied a snarky Pip. The next morning, Gordon backed up to his coaches as usual with the morning express to head for Barrow and Furnace. Then as the guard blew his whistle, he huffed away. "Whoa, steady old boy," mourned his driver, as he pulled the lever to keep Gordon's wheels from slipping. But Gordon was determined. "I can't do it! I can't do it!" "Come on, faster! Faster!" But then there was trouble. "Oh, I've got a pain! I've got a pain!" Gordon's fireman looked towards the wheels. Just then, he saw black smoke coming from Gordon's middle driving wheel and told the driver to stop. "There's something burning beneath your wheels. We have to stop." As the train had come to a complete stop, the crew inspected Gordon to see what was the matter. They soon found out. You have a hot box. The lubrication that keeps your axles running smoothly has run out. And for the rough riding too by my account, added the fireman. Edward was soon called to take Gordon to take to the works and to take over the express from there. A few weeks later, Gordon pulled out of the workshops with his middle driving wheel fully repaired. The inspector came towards him. "Ah, Gordon, good to see you back." "Thank you, sir. And I'll be glad to be back pulling the express again. Being in that workshop for days on end is certainly no way for an engine to live." About that. We had trialed Pip and Emma while you were being mended, and they had done such a great job with your passengers, and time as well, that I have decided to let them take the express from now on with the Fat Controller's approval.
What does that leave me with?
The Fat Controller had ordered you to pull local trains from now on, Gordon. But before that, we had arranged for you to pull your last express at the end of the week.
Oh, I see.
That night at the sheds, Gordon was still fuming.
Oh, that Fat Controller! Why on earth did he give the express to her and Emma? Pip's responsible for my mishap.
"No, I'm not," replied Pip angrily. "You said that you would get there earlier than expected. And guess where that got you?"
Well, you're the one that dared me with your snarky attitude, miss. I'm oh so modern.
The two engines argued until the Fat Controller and the inspector came to stop the noise. Gordon and Pip were still cross with each other the next day. When they passed each other, Gordon would wheeze steam at her, and Pip would rev her engine to blow her fumes. The other engines were fed up with their quarrel. At last, James could stand it no longer and went to tell the Fat Controller about it. He came to see them in the yards.
I hear you two have been at each other's throats all week. What's this all about?
Well, sir,
Pip dared me to take the express much quicker than I'd done previously.
"Lies!" retorted Pip. "It was your stubbornness that got the better of you."
All right, that's enough. This is getting us nowhere. It's clear to me that you are both to blame.
How, sir? Replied the two engines.
Gordon, I purchased Pip and Emma to do the express run because Network Rail aren't interested in changing engines anymore. Times are changing, and the railways on the mainland are now running faster and congested with more engines. And Pip, I am ashamed of you. Engines on my railway do not encourage their colleagues to put themselves or their passengers at risk, especially their passengers.
But sir, he's just an engine like me. Surely he could be repaired like he was for the last few days.
Gordon is a priceless engine. He's a one-of-a-kind engine, and the technology we have to repair him with is quite rare. You, Pip, need to understand that if you want to continue working here.
I'm sorry, Gordon, for harming you.
And I'm sorry, too, for my boastful behavior. I guess I was jealous that you were taking my job after I pulled the express for so many years. Perhaps it is time for a change. After all, I am a priceless engine, and would be ghastly to pay for my repairs if I've done even worse damage to myself. Perhaps I will give the local train a chance. That's what I like to hear, Gordon. Well done.
The end of the week came, and Gordon backed down to the express one last time. After many speeches, Gordon departed the station one last time as an express engine. He was sad that this would be his last, but he learned that everyone has to move on with the times.
And that's why I pull the local trains now. I'm an old engine, but a priceless one. The Fat Controller said so.
Just then, the station master appeared and told Gordon and his crew that the points at Croven's Gate had been repaired.
Ah, excellent. Local train coming through.
Gordon may no longer be the express engine he once was. But as long as he was still a useful engine and still pulling passengers, that was all that mattered.